Sucker on the beat. I say, can y'all hear me? I say, can you hear me, good brothers? I say, could you hear me, good brothers? I say, can you hear me? Because I'm in the building, y'all. Because I am definitely in the building. Shout out to everybody in the building that's pulled up so far, man. We got Chase Millie back in the building. He got more handles than a motherfucking bicycle shop. Chase Milano's edits and repeats. They can't stop the God. He still run the fucking streets. We got Dog Soldier up in the building. Great clash coming tomorrow, y'all. I think I kind of got it sectioned off with quote unquote what we can do and what we can't do. FTC Vice is in the building, man. FTC Vice is in the building. We got the number. We got Louis V. We got the top of the top in the building today, y'all. We got the top of the top in the building today. We got Dunbars in the building. We got the, you heard what Louis V said. You heard what Louis V said. Best intro in the motherfucking game. Let's go. Shout out to Artist Morrison. Yeah!
Another day alive, another day free. Why would I wake up trying to be somebody other than me? knowledge, wisdom, understanding. Man, woman, and children. Sun, moon, and stars. Everything exists has to coexist within. Like I said, another day alive, another day free. Why would I wake up trying to be somebody other than me?
You heard my man Dunbar said we got 10 in the building and 10 likes already. So that means we got straight family in here so far. Even to some of the ones that's in the bushes, come on out and say hello. You did? You're now rocking with the motherfucking best, man. Simple and plain, ain't nothing to talk to. ContentKing.com. I am here. I'm here. I'm here. I'm here. I'm here. I'm here. No more roses. No more roses. I'm on my Rakim shit. Follow the fucking leader. You dig? You dig? We got some things we're going to get into today. We got my man Chase Millie back in the city. They've been trying to get at Chase, so he had to disguise himself. But you niggas ain't safe. Y'all niggas ain't safe. The yard dog is still driving around and running around in the streets. Y'all ain't safe. Y'all ain't safe. Y'all are not safe. But you know one thing I'm going to get into before I say about this? When it comes to Chase Millie, he has told y'all from day one, he just be doing crazy shit to make his presence and expand his brand. But one thing about what he does, because y'all been hating on my man, one thing about what he does is he speak the truth. And they always said the fucking truth hurts. They said the truth hurts, man. Appreciate you, Chase. They say the truth hurts. And Chase tell y'all so many times, he be like, yo, I don't got no problems with nobody on YouTube. You know that sinister laugh right there. But y'all threatened by Chase. Y'all are really threatened by Chase. You know why y'all threatened by Chase? Y'all crazy. Y'all are really fucking crazy. Chase got like 3,000 subscribers altogether. He got like 5. Both channels. Y'all niggas is really worried about the numbers. I got 13, I think 1,300, almost 1,320 subscribers. Thank y'all for coming through and holding me down, man. Thank y'all for coming through and holding me down. I'm doing it slow but sure. In the words of the Dread El Compa, long live the Dread. We gonna walk what? Slow and talk low. But we're still gonna be acknowledged. We ain't got to, yo, this is that new era, that cloth talk. See, we going into a new year, y'all. 2024, right around the corner. I know I ain't gonna change the world, but let me tell you something. A lot of my thoughts has changed YouTube. They don't want to give me my props. Your FTC, your dog soldier, they don't want to give me my props, but I started a trend. I went through the war for y'all. I went through the fucking war. I'm the Jesus of motherfucking YouTube, y'all. My cousin told me that. Shout out to my cousin Booms. I am the fucking Jesus of YouTube. Who been through more Judas than me? Who been persecuted in front of a crowd more than me? Who was left in a gladiator dome to be killed and walked out victorious? No one but me. Y'all don't want to give me my props. I done shut a lot of motherfucking stations down on this goddamn YouTube. That's a fact. FTC, they don't want to give me my props. I done shut a lot of motherfucking stations down. I am the reason why a lot of motherfucking frequencies have been glitched. Me. But I was chosen by God. And y'all gonna get this shit right. Sooner or later, y'all gonna be like, yo, this cat here different, man. Because I am. You heard what he said? If I'm Jesus, I'm Peter, my brother. See, if y'all don't know nothing about who Peter was in the Bible, y'all ain't gonna be able to get it. If y'all don't know who Peter was, if you don't know who John was in the Bible of Jesus, y'all won't understand nothing that me and Chase is talking about right fucking now. Dog soldier. You see what he just said? Y'all won't understand that, man. And make sure y'all get over the fucking dog soldier, man. My man should be, he should be monetized already. I'm dead ass fucking serious right now. Dog soldier, digital broadcasting should have been fucking monetized. But y'all want to fight against the real ones, man. Y'all want to fight. You can't fight against God. Y'all don't notice that shit? My man Dog Soldier, he went from having 1, 2, 3 in the building. Now he jumping to 18, 20 regularly. That 18 to 20 is going to go to 30, then 40, then 40 to 50. Don't worry. We know how to get money right. Y'all want the fast money. We know how to proportion off the bread and live successfully and peacefully. Like the Dread said. He said, after you got your job, after you got your house, after you got your establishment, after you got your recognition, after you got your connection with God, the most precious thing you need now is your rib. Your woman, your woman, like the Dread didn't say. Your empress, your lioness. We responsible, man. We the chosen ones of God. We the warriors of God. We gonna change YouTube. Certain things that we are saying are coming into existence. I said this 7 months ago, 8 months ago, to all the people that's just doing things maliciously from their heart. I said, I hope YouTube starts striking. Look what they doing. YouTube is busting niggas' asses. YouTube ain't playing. But that's only for the people that do things from malicious. There's a difference from malicious intent and people that do things from humor. Humor and malicious intent is two different things. Shout out to King Troll. King Troll does things from humor, not malicious intent. Had a great time with the brother when he came over here to the show. I learned a lot from that dude, man. At first, I did not like King Troll. Couldn't stand him. Could not stand him. I'm not even going to lie, and that's fucked up. Could not stand the man. Only because of his name. I despise trolls. But my man, when he said he was the King Troll, I thought he was a troll, like trolling people. I thought he was like somebody that wanted to aggravate people. I thought he was one of the ones that I misconstrued as being genuine and pure. But nah, that dude is straight up. He's the king of trolls because he's telling everybody how stupid and how ignorant people can be for things and people that they have never came in contact with. Facts. 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 And you could tell somebody that's really outside. Yeah, you could tell somebody that's really outside as opposed to those that are not upside. But y'all heard this new shit that's going on, man. Y'all heard this shit with these two right here. Check this out. Anybody know who this is? Let's get into this work. Do anybody know who this is? NBA YoungBoy and his new baby mother. NBA YoungBoy and his new baby mother. Why is this young man keep going through so much problems with the women that he decides to have babies with? You know, he just had the problem last year, a couple of years ago, with Floyd Mayweather's daughter and her friend with somebody got stabbed. He just released a statement saying that he feel like he's going crazy because he's on house arrest. Said he's really going fucking crazy. Man said he's sitting up thinking like he's going crazy because they got him on house arrest and they have him being monitored for all of his activity everywhere he go, and he has a motherfucking curfew. But you know what else they got him on? They have him on a strict urinalysis pertaining to his release. So this means he can't get high. That nigga's going through withdrawal. Oh, they don't want to talk about that, do they? He's going through withdrawal. If you really follow NBA YoungBoy and you hear about the way that him and his mother had that rocky relationship. His mother, him and his mother, the person that he came out of, he's literally said in more than one occasion, he doesn't have any respect for. I won't even go into the way that he spoke to his mother. I won't even go into the way that he's described his mother. But I'm telling you, from the things that I've heard him say about his mother, he has no respect for his mother. Now, fellas, pay attention to this. To the women that may pop up, to the women that may watch this show, there's an old time saying, if you want to know if that man is going to love you, ask him about his relationship with his mother. Fellas, it's the same thing with a woman. If you really want to know if a woman going to have your motherfucking back and hold you down, ask her relationship with her father. There's nothing like daddy's little girl. And it's nothing like the love from her mother from her first son, for her first son. And vice versa. It's nothing like the love that can be expressed from a mother to her first son, as her first son can express that love to a mother. It's nothing like a father's protection of his daughter. Because, when we raise our sons, I don't have a daughter, but, when you raise your sons, you're raising your son to try to walk in your footsteps or try to walk in the footsteps of a strong individual, a protector, a provider, a leader, someone with militancy, someone with decency, someone with discipline. But it's totally different with a little girl. It's totally different with a little girl. We want to protect them differently. It's like it's something about a different love. They said for a little girl and her father and daddy's little girl, a man and his daughter. It's something about a little girl that a man can create and then one day have to mold to be in the world, to be an adult. Because a lot of your daughters are going to be mothers one day. A lot of your daughters are going to be wives one day. But as fathers, what we have to do, DMW Shots, I see you in the building. But as fathers, what we have to do is start being in our daughters' lives more. We have to be more informative, more involved, and more hands-on for our daughters. Because if not, we're going to go through situations like this. Now, this whole situation, look at this whole situation that erupted this time between NBA Youngboy and his baby mother. The whole situation that erupted between these two this time was over custodial guardianship of the child. NBA Youngboy talking about, that's my child, I'm keeping him. She's saying, this is my child, I'm keeping him. But I got some Jews for y'all. Hit that motherfucking super chat and hit that Cash App, because shout out to Unique Mecca. It ain't about the bread. It could be $1, $5, $10, $20. This motherfucking game is too motherfucking exclusive. Because I'm going to talk to y'all today. You dig what I'm saying? Number one, we have to pay attention to the fact that children are involved. And I'm going to give y'all some game right now. I don't know how much it's worth, but y'all going to let me know. Number one, when you have a child with a woman, when y'all share a child together, neither one of y'all have full custody or guardianship of that child. The state does. Did y'all know that? How many of y'all knew that? If y'all ain't know that, hit that super chat. If y'all ain't know that, hit that Cash App. If you did not know that because you share a child, you help create a child with a woman, neither one of y'all have custody of that child. Did y'all know that? And I'm going to prove it to you. The first thing happens when somebody, say for instance, goes through a problem with child services, whatever the agency is called, wherever you live, BCW, the Borough of Children's Welfare in Brooklyn, any agency pertaining to child's protection and welfare, once someone makes a phone call, for instance, and they say, yo, Dice got his son over there at the crib and he's neglecting him. He's not feeding him. He's beating him. He's abusing him. He's leaving him unattended. BCW, ACW is going to appear and pop up at my house, the state that you live in, if somebody files a complaint on you about child neglect or endangerment, pay attention to this. Why do you think they have the right to come to your house and inspect your home? Why do you think they have the right to come to your house and take your child out of that home if they feel as though that home is inadequate, meaning they feel as though that home is unsafe for that child or them children? Dog Soldier said, I didn't know that, but thank God I've never had to deal with court for my children. See, when them people come in your house and they take your child, they take full custody of your child. Pay attention. Y'all have never had a family member that had a child taken away from them and they're doing everything like they said, they fighting to get their kids back. It could be because of drug addiction. It could be because of quote unquote, they can't maintain a job. See, first of all, these are things that you have to do when you are a parent. You have to maintain a residence. You have to maintain electricity, heat, food. These are things that are obligations of a parent. That's why if a father comes to the house and just takes the child without the mother knowing, the mother can call the police and say, yo, the father has taken my child and they're going to give him a kidnapping charge. Whoever the child lives with, the other parent has the right to make the initial complaint, but the child is still property of whichever state you stay in. You have to go to the court and petition. You have to go through a procedure and an application and petition for full guardianship of your child. Do you know if you just pack up one day, ladies, gentlemen, if you just pack up one day and tell your child's mother or your child's father, I'm going to Alabama to get a better life. If you don't motherfucking get the motherfucking permission from the court, you can be charged with kidnapping, and you can be charged for kidnapping and crossing every state that you crossed until the police catch up with you. A lot of people don't know that. But fellas, we got to start doing things, like I said, if we can start communicating with each other as men. Pay attention to this. We got to start learning how to communicate with each other as men, whether we're upset with each other or not. It all comes from the basis of showing some respect pertaining to communication, mannerisms, tone, thinking before certain things are coming out of your mouth. Like certain things like, who the fuck you think you is? We got to stop talking to each other like that, y'all. We got to start saying things maybe like, can you come again? Can you explain to me something that you're saying right now that I don't understand? Because number one, you don't have to go into the fact that it's upsetting you or it's alarming you or it's making you want to grab them and act violently or aggressively, because this is how we was raised, PTSD. Sometimes it could be a respectful mannerism. Excuse me. I'm not understanding what you're saying. I'm not even comprehending what you're saying. When we start communicating better with each other, we start communicating better with our women. We start communicating better with our children. Pay attention to this. We start communicating better with our children, and we start letting them know certain things that they are not supposed to be involved with. We start training them to avoid certain traps and pitfalls. Let's listen to what NBA baby mother had to say. Fair use.
She told them to block the door. Like, they really not trying to give me my kid. These hoes really keep trying to take my son from me. Like, why? Y'all, first of all, need to stay the out of it. Two, I'm trying to run to the car. I'm unlocking the door. I get in on this side. I'm thinking I'm hurry up and locking it. Bitch, pop this door open. So I got bitch shut this door and bitch shut this door. She keep trying to grab KL. I'm literally hugging my.
Now, if you listen to what she's saying, because they're saying that NBA YoungBoy allegedly sent women to jump her and assault her. Queen Crego, I see you in the building. I see you. You know you good. You got a gun, girl. You got a gun. You ain't going to get clapped over here. But allegedly, check this out, allegedly, he sent females to go jump her. But the females he sent to go jump her, he didn't just send the females to go take his child from her. He wanted her disrespected. She was pistol whipped. She was beat. She was choked out. And this was all while she had their child in her hands. Let her continue. Let's know how she's talking.
Baby tight, like you're not grabbing him. Like that's out. You're not grabbing my son. I'm right there. This little, not the bitch Dage, the other little, I booted that bitch in her face too. She started trying to take off on me while I got KO. Then they tried to throw out there that I'm holding KO, so I don't have to fight. No, because none of y'all hoes can't fucking whip me one-on-one. And two, y'all all keep trying to grab my son. Y'all keep trying to grab him. That's why I'm holding him. Y'all keep trying to take him from me. And I'm not letting you take him. I did not fly all the way out here and get a rental car and drive a whole hour up in the mountain just to let y'all thought I was really finna let y'all get him. That's just crazy. And I have a whole black eye. I came out here, and when I was in the car driving, I think the GPS said 17 more minutes. I started praying. I said a prayer. I thank God for waking me up, and I thanked him for giving me traveling mercies, and all I prayed and asked for was to let everything go smooth. I didn't even have time for none of that. We don't have to talk. I don't mind going through your wife, bitch. I don't give a fuck about you. I didn't move on with my life. I do what the fuck I gotta do for my son. That's just that. I don't give a fuck about you. But the fact that you could really let some do some shit like that in front of your son and sit back and watch, and you know what he kept saying to me? I disrespected him.
You heard that? Did everybody in here hear that? What was the main factor in what she said? What was the main factor in the reason why he, quote unquote, sent women to assault her and take their child? Did everybody catch that? Look at her facial expression. Look at his facial expression. These are just the still pictures, but what I'm saying is if you look at her facial expression, you can tell she got the eyeliner. She got them goddamn fish. She got them fish eyelashes. She got the green streaks in her hair. She's a beautiful woman. She's red. So you know she has that attitude. Fuck that. Who you think you talking to, nigga? And as you notice what she said, who cares about your wife? You care about his wife because, first of all, you wouldn't have never brought his wife up. See, that's what I hate when people say that. Oh, fuck that nigga you with. When a man tells y'all that lady, fuck that nigga you with, he's upset about that nigga. But if you look at her eyes, she's ready to say she ain't no punk. But if you look at his eyes and his facial expression, that young man needs help, y'all. That young man needs help. He's telling you that he's going crazy right now. He's going crazy right now because he's on house arrest. And you know he's on house arrest and then he's on extensive parole. So if he's on extensive parole, you know they pissing him. You know they pissing him. So all that lean that them dudes was addicted to for all them years, all them Percocets, all them Mollies, all them Xanaxes, all them opioids that have been inside this young man's body for years because he is a child. He is just going into young adulthood, NBA young boy. These are children. You see what he said? You see what Dog said? See, you got to have a look to see them type of things. You have to have a connection with Jah to see them type of things. You said what he said? He said the boy looks possessed. And if you pay attention to what our children are saying today, what these kids are saying today in this music, pay attention to what Jah said. He looks possessed. They all told y'all what? We on demon time. Ain't that right? Ain't that right, Dunbars? They say they on demon time. Yo, Chase, ain't that what they say, them young boys, when they doing that music? They say they on demon time. Demon time. That means that their spirit, they're calling to an evil side and dimension that they don't really understand how powerful it is. And them people, them demons are overtaking their spirits. And their spirit is overtaking their physical actions. And they say, he one of them solid gold dancers. Shout out to the solid gold dancers. Shout out to the solid gold dancers. He's angry about a host of things. He's angry about a host of things. He's been a demon for years. He's been on demon time for years. But what he said to her was, she disrespected him. You remember what I was telling y'all about? When it seems like a lot of women today are overly aggressive. Not all women, a good majority are overly aggressive. And I said this the other night. I said, you know what? A lot of times, some women are going to run up and run their mouth to a nigga, and a nigga is going to beat them in their face. All due respect, NBA YoungBoy, that's a nigga. That's a nigger mentality. That's a nigger mentality the young boy, NBA YoungBoy has. That's not a man mentality. A man would never think of having people go attack his children's mothers. This is not the first time with him. The last time somebody got stabbed when it was Floyd Mayweather's daughter. This is not something that he did, what I said, simultaneously or instantaneously. This is something he did because look at that picture. He's evil. Listen to what she said, though. Pay attention.
And I knew this really bothered him because 2 weeks ago, he was like, when he was like, he's going to keep him 2 more weeks, he had told me, remember what he said. Remember what she just said. She knew something was bothering him because like about 2 weeks ago, because they'd agreed to be parents without the court. But she said about 2 weeks ago, he just told her out the blue, I'm going to keep him an extra 2 weeks. Pay attention. Responded to him being dirty. Do I need to pull up the messages? Like he really, what I said, he only been there 2 weeks, keep him 2 more, y'all. That made him so fucking mad. I don't know why. I don't know how that bothered him so much, but that's what really got my eye like this. He's hot about that. I don't understand what's so wrong about it. To sit in the house all day, like, I work. Y'all seen for yourself. He told me to pay for the flight. If I work and I told you I could come Thursday. Did y'all hear that? See, this story is deeper than what people are talking about. Everybody talking about them being violent, he pistol whipping her. These are all mental issues and cries out for help. And that's that demon that's taking over his body. Them demons. This man is growing up thinking that his mother is against him. This man has watched his mother do certain things with men, where as a young boy, he lost respect for the women. Am I making any sense? But you notice what's the topsy-turvy? You know what's the sad part about this, brothers and sisters? You know what's the sad part about this? And sisters. Because to the sisters, if you grew up with a toxic man, you're going to choose a toxic man. And unfortunately, to the brothers, if you grew up with a toxic mother, she might have been in a prostitution. She might have been in a drug addiction. She might have been in a leaving you in the house. She might have been in the putting you in situations that where you were, how can I say, disrespected as a child. These are things that you're going to grow up with as resentment. I can't imagine a woman, but a young boy.
But you want to hear some funny shit about this, folks? Do you know who raised us and loved us, or who we turning out to be in love with? Ain't that some shit, y'all? Am I lying, fellas? Am I lying? Am I lying? If you come from a mother or a woman or a grandmother that raised you and unfortunately may have had some real horrific toxicity in her life, and you had to see this and absorb this as a young man, what do you think you're going to be attracted to when you become a man? The same thing. The same thing, folks. The same thing. Yo, E, I see you in the building, beloved. I noticed you've been pulling up, holding it down with us, man. He says, salute, Dice. I like the way how you break down issues and you make light of what's really going on. Real talk. This happened with Gunpei pulling out an automatic weapon on his wife and a newborn child because he was on demon time, and that's a fact. I saw that show. I saw that and was going to do a show on that, and I forgot about that. That's another prime example. Shout out to E for coming up in here and saying that. Gunplay, excuse me, they had a video out where him and his wife was going through something. He was a little intoxicated. He broke a brand new television on the wall, pulled out the gun, talking about how he's going to kill something. And then minutes later, he was laughing. And the only thing he could say was, I guess I got to buy me a new TV. See, we can call NBA Youngboy an evil person. We can call him a demon. We can call him a wicked person. We can call him a bad person. But what has he been taught to do? He's been a millionaire since he was 14. See, that's where the disrespect came in. Since he's been a millionaire and a crazed superstar since 14, he's embellished the attitude where people have bowed to him for so long. When someone says something that he does not agree with, it triggers him. It makes him feel less of important. It makes him feel like a micro spot on the ground. My name NBA fucking Youngboy. When I tell you to do something, you do it. When I say something to you, you don't have the right to tell me what's going on in your mind. I'm NBA Youngboy. And you can tell by her face, you can tell by the looks on her face, you can tell by the look in her eyes, she ain't no sucker. She ain't just gonna back down. She's going to voice her opinion. You can tell she's intelligent. She's articulate. You could hear how I said, but both of them are still in love with each other because she don't give a fuck about his wife. And then one magic thing, you can tell when a nigga's still in love. All that money he got, he going to make her pay for her own motherfucking flight to come get her son. That makes no sense. See, they're dealing with issues that they haven't closed yet. They're dealing with issues that they haven't closed yet. Number one, they're dealing with issues that both of them should, quote unquote, not be around each other until they get some mental help, some mental assistance in the problems that they're going through to help them create better solutions and make better decisions, because now there's a child involved. Now it's a child involved. You see what Shot said? He said it's a strange new world with these youngins. You dig what I'm saying? But let's get into something else. I appreciate y'all for pulling up in the building. Let me see, man. Long as them like buttons is looking right. How them like buttons looking? How are them like buttons looking? Let me check and see how these like buttons looking. You dig what I'm saying? And while I check and see how these like buttons looking, let's get into this. Let's go.
You can't play both sides, you niggas gotta choose. Niggas out here being tough until they make the news. Mama said her son ain't hurt nobody. The streets said her son was catching plenty bodies. If you accept these charges, then please hold. In every hood, it was a nigga that was tougher than he still told. Like, what I gotta do to make you niggas rhyme? Like, I'm ready to kill when the kind of minds be cautious. I'm dealing with more sticks than a porcupine. Quill spines, whatever you wanna call them. Yeah, plus my little mama, she a trap queen. Doggy when she mixed with that Fetty, give him a wop lean. It was a whole lot of cars when there was stimmies round. We going over a year and half you niggas down. All these expensive clothes, like was that smart? Now they uploading their clothes on the Poshmark. Switch, baby, careful with this. I mean, it's bitch sharp. One across, one down the middle, look like a chrome heart. Damn, I'm always outside. I'm like, high from who? Bout to put your car on skates. You think you sliding through? I help build my niggas. This ain't Legos. Protect the fan by any means. I be Diego. Yeah, tiger to you niggas. I'm an animal. It's a jungle where I'm from. What y'all wanna do? You can't play both sides. You niggas gotta choose. Niggas out here being tough until they make the news. Mama said her son ain't hurt nobody. The street said her son was catching plenty bodies. If you accept these charges, then please hold. In every hood, it was a nigga that was tough, and he still told.
We got 17 in the building. We got 13 likes. I need y'all to get them likes for me if you fuck with the boy. You dig what I'm saying? I need you to get them likes right if you fuck with me. You dig what I'm saying? But check this out, man. I don't know, man. This right here kind of made me feel bad. This situation right here, y'all, made me kind of feel bad, for real. This made me feel kind of bad. I must tell the truth. See, I try to kind of give y'all things that are interesting. You dig what I'm saying? Stuff that make you pay attention to what's going on around you. What the fuck is up with my hat? My hat was feeling funny on my head for some reason. I don't know. My hat was feeling funny. My fault. I try to give y'all things, quote unquote, to think about the rights and the wrongs about what's going on in the world, man. Check this shit out right here, man. I feel bad, man. Like, I feel bad, man, for some of the things that we did. Shout out to my D7 comrades, man. I feel bad, man. Check this story out, y'all.
Act of violence on the subway. A passenger heading downtown on a one train stabbed in the head with a screwdriver.
Absolutely shocking. Police are now searching for a suspect. Fox News' Bella Tomasetti at that Columbus Circle station with the very latest. I frequent the station all the time, so it's very upsetting to hear.
It's upsetting. It's frightening. Bianca and Rosanna, good morning to both of you ladies. It could be me. It could be you. It could be anyone. That is the shocking reality of this situation. Now, the man was sitting on the train, minding his own business when he was attacked at random. He seemed to be conscious and alert when he was escorted off the train by cops. He was walking on his own, but the search is now on for the person who did this. Crime and fear continue to hold a steady grip on the subway system after a man was stabbed with a screwdriver in an unprovoked attack inside a train car. Police say it happened at around 9:40 last night on a one train heading southbound stopped at the Columbus Circle station. The suspect allegedly lunged at the 61-year-old victim with a screwdriver, stabbing him twice in the head and face. Paramedics were seen carrying a stretcher onto the train car. The victim appeared to be conscious and alert as they bandaged his head, escorted him onto the platform and out of the station. He was taken to Mount Sinai West, where he is listed in stable condition. The NYPD says there was no exchange of words or clear motive leading up to the attack. The suspect is described by police as a man with a dark complexion, standing at around 5'9", with a red and black hooded sweatshirt, baseball cap, and face mask. His age could not be confirmed. The attacker ran off and is yet to be apprehended. Both Mayor Adams and Governor Hochul have touted their progress when it comes to making public transit safer. According to the latest NYPD crime statistics, transit crime is down 3.6% year to date. But over the past 2 years, it has jumped by almost 36%. Many riders who were driven away by the pandemic have this, but are often deterred by stabbings, robberies, subway shovings, and more.
Shit is crazy. Shit is crazy. Shit is crazy. He said that's why you got to stay scanning the room on the subway platform in a car, everybody want to see your eyes. That's a fact. Word up. He said, let me find out your intentions. Dead serious. That's a fact. MTA train. And you know why I feel bad? Because it was times, y'all, when we was young, with no sense of direction, and we used to be on a train bugging just like that, yo. We used to call that shit wilding, like see certain things like that when you don't have no confrontation with nobody, it's no type of exchange. It's either one or two things: mental illness, yes, or somebody being initiated into some type of gang. That's just my opinion. I could be 100% wrong, allegedly, but I know certain things when it comes to, yo, if you really get busy, just get busy, nigga. Who you want me to get busy with? Whoever we gonna get busy. And then the only thing you gonna do is pick a 61-year-old man and stab him in his head and in his face. And the man is a gangster. Inshallah, look at him. They ain't even have to put him on a stretcher. He walking. He walking. Fuck type of shit is that, man? Whoever did that shit, man, I hope niggas handle you in the street. I'm dead ass serious. Because certain shit, y'all, all jokes aside, like certain shit you just don't do. It's like when you do certain shit, the niggas, I hope niggas supposed to get like I come from the era where the police understood street justice. Like when you do some foul shit like that, robbing some woman, attacking some elderly man, doing something to some child, or some shit like that, let the streets motherfucking handle your ass. And then whatever the streets leave, then motherfucking the civilians that's out there, or the people that was involved with the horrific motherfucking crime, that's their right to go to the precinct and fill in the rest of the motherfucking stories and the missing pieces to the police. Motherfuckers just running around just fucking with people. That man could have died. That shit made me think about when we used to be on the trains running around just setting shit off, digging pockets, punching people in their face and all that bullshit, allegedly, people looking at us. And it seemed like we always wanted to be tough. See, that was a young person that did that, because that was a young person or a crazy older person, because when we was young, we always wanted to act was tough. We always wanted to act like we was fucking adults. So we chose certain adults. See, some niggas is suckers. King Crego, I see you in the building. Some niggas is suckers. Some niggas choose weaklings. Some people choose weak adults. They choose people that's elderly, people that they know don't have no type of friction, no type of diddy bop getting back into certain things, and they just try to come up like that, catapulting on somebody's fear. And them type of niggas should be dealt with in the fucking streets, because I don't understand what's going on. You know what I'm saying? This the new shit. I want to know why every time we turn around, y'all, check this shit out. Why every time we turn around, somebody got some fucking guns? You dig what I'm saying? Ain't that some shit? Pay attention to this shit right here. This shit is getting crazy, y'all.
Take a look at this. A Midtown man says he found these guns dumped in his backyard right after a shootout. Rifles, pistols with Glock switches, high-capacity magazines, all connected, MPD says, to a crime scene less than a quarter mile away from where they were found. And that man says some of the guns were still warm. The barrels were still hot because they've been fired.
Scary. Fox 15's Jack Billier is joining us tonight in the Breaking News Center. Jack, we've learned that at least 2 of the guns were reported stolen.
Well, MPD says those 2 Glock pistols were reported stolen. One just last month, the other back in 2021. Now, I got a hold of the police reports from those thefts, and neither one mentions those Glock switch devices you just saw on the guns, which turns them from a regular pistol into an automatic weapon.
There's these duffel bags, a backpack. I open it up, machine guns. Yeah, and what scared me was like that could have gone off.
Andrew Hogan had a closer brush with violent crime than most. It started when he heard loud noises and went outside to investigate.
It was kind of gnarly. Yeah, I thought I was in the bathroom.
Let me ask y'all something. Seriously, to all the gangsters in the building, to the women in the building, you mean to tell me somebody throw 2 motherfucking bags of fucking guns in your yard, what y'all doing? If somebody threw 2 bags of guns in your yard, what are y'all doing? He says when the bags was thrown in his yard, he called the motherfucking police and gave the guns to them. What y'all doing? What y'all gonna do? Honestly, to the people that's in the building right now, educational reasons, educational purposes only. There's no such thing as a bad answer. What would y'all do? You open that shit. What the fuck would y'all do? First of all, you got Glocks with switches on them. Does this make any sense? They just picked your yard to drop them shits, and you got Glocks with switches, AR-15s. Get the fuck out. This shit just don't make sense, y'all. Dredd said they got to get out my yard. I got my own guns. Queen Crego said, allegedly. DMW Shot said, not that. Allegedly. Allegedly. Pay attention to this, y'all.
Man, I heard these studs. Boom, 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 boom. I thought it was the construction going on next door.
Neighbors say there was a party at a short-term vacation rental Tuesday night near the corner of Carr and Diana. Just a short.
This nigga said he heard some shit go ba-bump, 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 and he thought it was construction next door.
Short walk from the bars and restaurants of Cooper Young. The next day at around 3 in the afternoon, shooting broke out. The party's host told MPD some of the people who were at the party got into a gunfight. Cars, dumpsters, and homes were riddled with bullets. Shells were scattered all over the ground, and one man was even hit in the leg. That all happened about a quarter mile from Hogan's house on Peabody Avenue.
It's scary, you know? I mean, we got kids living all up and down the street. This Airbnb right behind us has been a nuisance all summer long.
Sure.
All summer long. It needs to be shut down.
Hogan says after the shooting stopped, some of the people involved ran through his neighbor's yard and threw 2 backpacks full of guns into his backyard.
Did y'all pay attention to something?
After the shooting stopped.
Did y'all pay attention to one thing? Pay attention to what his baseball hat say, y'all.
Some of the people involved ran through his neighbor's yard and threw 2 backpacks full of guns into his backyard, still warm from the shooting.
And yeah, that's what scared me. Like, yeah, I felt it, and I'm like, Jesus. Yeah, I'm like, then I opened up the other bag, and then another one, like big old round.
You notice his hat say felony records? His hat say felony records. Okay, we got a Caucasian man that allegedly called the police because somebody ran by his house a quarter of a mile away from a shooting. They chose his house to drop 2 bags of guns. But his hat says felony records.
Ammunition.
Hogan says he took the bags of guns to his front porch and handed them over to police, then went back to his backyard. That's when he says a man popped his head over the fence and asked to get them back.
I'm like, dude, the cops are here, dude. Jeez, wow, dude.
You know, the audacity.
That nigga's lying. This nigga's lying. He said, then somebody came through and said they want the guns back. You can't make this shit up, y'all. That's why I had to pull this show up for y'all. Queen Crego says, smell like straight up shit. FTC says, I do not believe his story. If you ask me, he looked like he on that fentanyl right now, educational purposes only. Look at his face, y'all. Does he look high right now? He looked like he doesn't drink about 7 Coronas right now. But check out his hat, y'all. His hat says felony records. I can't make this shit up. Check them out, y'all.
Need to circle back and say, can I have it?
Yeah, right? I mean, wow, dude. Like, I didn't know. I thought I was getting punked for a minute.
MPD if there have been any arrests or if there was any suspect information in the case. A spokesperson said he'd have to check in on that, though it is worth noting that investigators found a pay stub with somebody's name on it in one of the bags, though it's not clear if that person is a suspect or not. I also managed to get a hold of the property manager at that vacation rental, though he declined to comment.
Come on, man. In the words of Dunbar's, come on, man. He said you don't feel nothing hit the grass in your backyard. Pay attention to this. A quarter of a mile away, it was a bang out. But they chose your yard. You see my hat? My hat say Dice because that's my name. Y'all ain't pay attention to that? My hat say D-I-C-E because that's my name. That nigga hat say felony records because he's involved with felonies. Think about this. You see what E just said? And he touched them and felt that they was warm. First of all, if you don't know nothing about gunplay, how do you know a fucking gun is warm? How do you know it's been fired? Because that nigga was involved. That nigga wife said, your fucking friends done tried to kill them guys over there at that goddamn A and B, and then they're going to leave the fucking guns at this house. We're not losing our fucking house. We're not losing our fucking house, Stanley. He's like, come on, that's the guys, that's the guys. So this nigga says, yo, okay. She said, if you don't call the police, I'm calling the police, Stanley. All that thug shit goes out the window, y'all. All that thug shit is straight out the window. God damn it. What happened was he talking about a nigga just came. See, he done fucked up the whole story if y'all really from the hood. What are y'all gonna do if y'all in your backyard and a nigga come peeps his head over your backyard fence in the middle of the night? You're gonna blow his head off. Because if I'm outside smoking a spliff or drinking a beer in the middle of the night, I got my gun. And if a nigga come peep his head over my fence, hey, fuck is you doing on my fence, my nigga? Could you do me a favor and give me back the 2 bags that I left in your yard? Boom, gunshots. Boom, boom, gunshots. Fuck you're doing my yard. Fuck you're doing my yard, my youth. You can't make this shit up. That nigga's high. He was high. I think his motherfucking wife called 911. I don't even think he got a chance to call his man. That's probably what happened. You heard what he said. When he said, come on, dude. The fucking cops are here. The first thing then come out his mouth is get the fuck out my yard. The first thing then come out his house, bam, was a gunshot. No, he said, come on, dude. The cops are here. You know why? Because that was his man. The nigga man came back to get them guns and was like, yo, son, yo, Stanley, let me get them bags I dropped off. The nigga said, my fucking wife called the fucking police. You don't see the fucking police outside? See, now that y'all paid attention to this, I'm going to give it to you one more time. Because y'all didn't catch it until I broke that shit down. Hit that motherfucking Cash App. See, y'all didn't catch it until I broke that shit down. And hit that Cash App or I'm shutting this shit the fuck down. Because y'all gonna respect my Diddy Bop. Y'all gonna respect my Diddy Bop. Y'all gonna respect my Diddy Bop. Now, when y'all watch this, watch how y'all look at it. Now, because I just broke that down, watch how y'all hit that Cash App. Fuck that goddamn super chat. I ain't trying to wait. Hit that Cash App for this work. Y'all gonna stop playing with me, man. I'm the king of this shit. It's Friday, nigga. I don't want to hear nothing about no what you ain't got. Now pay attention to this nigga when he tells you the story. And hit that bread.
A Midtown man says he found these guns dumped in his backyard right after a shootout. Rifles, pistols with Glock switches, high-capacity magazines, all connected, MPD says, to a crime scene less than a quarter mile away from where they were found. And that man says some of the guns were still warm. The barrels were still hot because they've been fired.
Scary. Fox 15's Jack Billier is joining us tonight in the Breaking News Center. Jack, we've learned that at least 2 of the guns were reported stolen.
Well, MPD says those 2 Glock pistols were reported stolen. One just last month, the other back in 2021. Now, I got a hold of the police reports from those thefts, and neither one mentions those Glock switch devices you just saw on the guns, which turns them from a
and educational purposes, if anybody in this motherfucking chat was ever into pharmaceutical distribution, if you ever was into pharmaceutical distribution, this means you know a motherfucking junkie when you see one. Now I want y'all to look at this motherfucking show. I don't want you to look at the show like a civilian that found some guns. This nigga's involved with this shit, man.
a regular pistol into an automatic weapon.
There's these duffel bags, a backpack. Open it up, machine guns. Yeah, and what scared me was like that could have gone off.
Baby.
Andrew Hogan had a closer brush with violent crime than most. It started when he heard loud noises and went outside to investigate.
It was kind of gnarly. It's kind of gnarly. Yeah, I thought I was in the bathroom and I heard this thud, these thuds.
Look at him, y'all.
Boom. I thought it was the construction.
He high now.
Going on next door.
Neighbors say there was a party at a short-term vacation rental Tuesday night near the corner of Carr and Diana. Just a short walk.
Pay attention, y'all. Look at him. He's high right now.
In the bathroom, and I heard this thud, these thuds. Boom. I thought it was the construction.
Look at his eyes, y'all.
Going on next door.
Neighbors say there was a party at a short-term vacation rental Tuesday night near the corner of Carr and Diana, just a short walk from the bars and restaurants of Cooper Young. The next day at around 3 in the afternoon, shooting broke out. The party's host told MPD some of the people who were at the party got into a gunfight. Cars, dumpsters, and homes were riddled with bullets. Shells were scattered all over the ground, and one man was even hit in the leg. That all happened about a quarter mile from Hogan's house on Peabody Avenue.
It's scary, you know? I mean, we got kids living all up and down the street. This
name on it in one of the bags, though.
Pay attention to what he just said.
Some of the people involved ran through his neighbor's yard and threw 2 backpacks full of guns into his backyard, still warm from the shooting.
Yeah, that's what scared me. Like, yeah, I felt it, and I'm like, Jesus. Yeah, I'm like, then I opened up the other bag, and then another one, like big old round ammunition.
Hogan says he took the bags of guns to his front porch and handed them over to
one more time. Look at his characteristics,
y'all. From the shooting.
He's high.
And yeah, that's what scared me. Like, yeah, I felt it, and I'm like, Jesus. Yeah,
he's high.
Then I opened up the other bag, and then another one, like big old round ammunition.
Hogan says he took the bags of guns to his front porch and handed them over to police, then went back to his backyard. That's when he says a man popped his head over the fence and asked to get them back.
I'm like, dude, the cops are here, dude.
You heard that?
Jeez, wow, dude.
You know, the audacity to circle back and say, can I have it?
Yeah, right? I mean, wow, dude. Like, I didn't know. I thought I was getting punked for a minute.
Out of all the things he could say, the first thing he told him was, yo, dude, the cops are here.
Get them back.
I'm like, dude, the cops are here, dude. Jeez, wow, dude.
You know, the audacity to circle back and say, can I have it?
Yeah, right? I mean, wow, dude. Like, I didn't know. I thought I was getting punked for a minute.
MPD if there have been any arrests or if there was any suspect information in the case. A spokesperson said he'd have to check in on that, though it is worth noting that investigators found a pay stub with somebody's name on it in one of the bags, though it's not clear if that person is the suspect or not.
Y'all ain't noticed that, quote unquote, the person that was shot in the leg was a Caucasian man such as himself? Appreciate you, Chase. Come on, you been home, brother. That's a fact. You've been home. That's the Cash App going right across the bottle, y'all. And it's up in the corner. $170 Dice. When you see Brooklyn and you see that Ralph Lauren polo bear, that's your boy Big Dice. You understand what I'm saying to you? Pay attention to what I just said, y'all. The person that ironically was shot in the leg was Caucasian. Why wasn't the person that was shot in the leg black? Because when he called the police, they put it to the motherfucking Airbnb that people be renting. Because his wife, matter of fact, he didn't call the police. His wife called the police. Yes, sir, that's me, Big E. His wife called the police. His wife called the police. While she was on the phone, she said, yo, it's somebody with some guns in my backyard right now. I want you to come get him right now. Stanley, my husband's outside. He's going to come to the door and give you. Stanley, he back there talking to his man like, yo, what the fuck? His man like, yo, son, hold on. Give me a few minutes. I'm about to go around the corner and get the motherfucking car. It was too late. Police was there. Where the guns at, Stanley? Where are the guns, Stanley? You notice what he said? He gave the motherfucking guns to the police and he went back in the backyard. You know why? Because his wife stayed at the motherfucking door with the police giving the rest of the motherfucking description. When he went to the back, his man said, yo, son, let me get them guns, baby. I'm ready. He said, God, out of all the things he could have said, y'all, get out of my yard. Throw a bottle at him. Ah! Anything. He could have tried to scare the nigga. That nigga said, the police are here, dude. The police are here. Green Eyes is in the building, y'all. He said the police is here. Out of everything he could have said. Everything he could have said. Appreciate that, E. Appreciate that cash out. It's going to the Friday night sip tonight, y'all. Your FTC, ain't nobody doing content like me. I'm letting that be known right now. And if they doing content somewhat like me, they got the format from me. FTC, who was the first one talking about aliens, FTC? Who was the first one talking about teen pregnancy? Who the first one that did the 10 hood commandments? I didn't do the 10 crack commandments. I did the 10 hood commandments. Who did that, FTC? The Cash App is Brooklyn $170 dice. It's up in the corner. $170 dice. Green Eyes must have got some money. He asked him for the Cash App. In the words of the great artist Morrison, yeah! The last one we're going to talk about, y'all might want to roll up for this one. But we're going to let Jaffe rock for a minute. And then we're going to get back into this motherfucking work. I appreciate all y'all, man. But the streets don't love us. And you better remember who told you that shit first. Me. Let's go.
The streets ain't never loved me. The streets ain't never loved me, yeah. The streets ain't never loved me, yeah. The streets ain't never loved me since my brother died. My mother cried. Tears in my eyes bleed red. Ain't no love inside. Streets left me dolly. My phone, they left it holy. Dawn was in that passenger side when they tried to phone me. Yeah, you know the streets ain't never love us.
Yeah. GD. I've been shot, I was left with a zipper on my stomach, nigga. You know these streets ain't never loved me.
I've been stabbed, I've been left with a zipper on my stomach, nigga. You know the streets ain't never loved me.
I've been locked, I got charged for some shit I didn't do, nigga. You know these streets ain't never loved me.
Caught a case, went upstate, fuck the Jakes, nigga. Yeah, you know these streets ain't never loved me.
Laying up in the hospital bed in ICU. Hit that button like every 3 hours to get those blues, yeah. Laying in the test of pain, I know shit won't be the same. Sipping my stomach, shit don't stop a thing, I'm still a man, yeah. But who gon' be there when you doing time? Can't get no money, so they dropping down, these niggas bitter. And I hope they get the picture. I'm only getting bigger. The top cat out my litter, yeah. Tell you they love you, but they hate you on the low. They hold you back, how they expect for you to grow. I got locked up, ain't said me nothing, but I'm your nigga. My body numb, I got no feelings for you niggas. I'm from what niggas will shoot you right here in these hallways. If you got trust and that loyalty goes a long way. These size 11s, these pussies can't walk a mile in. They hit my cousin with life and he's still smiling. I've been shot, I was left with a zipper on my stomach, nigga. You know these streets ain't never loved me.
I've been stabbed, I've been left
with a zipper on my stomach, nigga. You know the streets ain't never loved me. I've been locked, I got charged for some shit I didn't do, nigga. You know these streets ain't never loved me. Caught a case, went upstate, fuck the Jakes, nigga. Yeah, you know these streets ain't never loved me. Streets ain't never loved me since my brother died. My mother cried, tears in my eyes bleed red. Ain't no love inside. Streets left me dolly, my foreign they left it holy. Dawn was in that passenger seat when they tried to fold me. Remind me of my gun, that was real shit, this real spit. Rocks I was selling was smacking them, call it Will Smith. I ain't never told and never folded under pressure. Yeah, them Neek was in that ambulance with me, he was on that stretcher. Niggas tried to take my life, I couldn't tell you who. Many men might not make it, I'm here to tell the truth. Me and Jop, that's my brother, you know we moving tight. Brown boys fuck with the family and I'ma get them that. This my testimony, solid, all the rest is phony. Merrick niggas come at the fam and send your best opponent. I was stabbed, I was left with a zipper on my stomach, nigga. I know the streets ain't never loved me. He was shot, he was left with a zipper on his stomach, nigga. You know the streets ain't never loved us. Gang, Merrick shit, Tower music, nigga. Go.
Y'all know I'm twisting up. Appreciate y'all for coming out and rocking with the guy on this great Friday. We got 20 in the building. Let me see how the likes is looking right good. I know we was really looking real special. We was looking special. Let me see how we looking on the likes. 20 in the building, 16 likes. I need 4 more. Matter of fact, I can't even be that greedy because out of 20 people, we got 15 likes. That's being greedy, but shit, goddamn it, sometimes I like to eat a little more. It is that work y'all asking for. How y'all feel about this cat, Mayor 8? How y'all feel about Mayor Adams? Shout out to Green Eyes for the Cash App. Yeah! That nigga sent me about $70,000, y'all. I'm about to go buy me a car. Yo, Green Eyes, where you getting this money from, son? That ain't no motherfucking Franks and bottled water, man. Where's you getting this money from, Green Eyes? That is not no Franks and no bottled water, man. Word up. Shout out to Green Eyes, man. But how y'all feel about the mayor? Yo, Craig, how you feel about the mayor? You up there in New York with him? How you feel about this whole situation, man? Mayor Adams in New York, y'all. Everybody see, I told y'all this back in the days. You know what? I'm about to say something right now that's about to make y'all mad. I'm about to say something right now that's to make y'all mad. I voted for Barack Obama, but the reason why I voted for Barack Obama is it's just as fucked up as the reason why people voted for this mayor that we got in New York. Do you know why I voted for Barack Obama? And I feel bad to say this to y'all right now. Do y'all know why I voted for Barack Obama? Educational purposes. Can I just talk to y'all a minute? Can anybody in here tell me why y'all voted for Barack Obama? My man E said Adams is a little bit over his head. Yeah, I'm going to get into him. I never trusted him. I ain't going to lie to y'all. I never trusted him. I don't trust his eyes. It's just my opinion. No such thing as a bad opinion. I don't trust his eyes, y'all. I don't trust his eyes. Simple and plain. Y'all may say I'm crazy. Y'all may say I'm mean. Y'all may say I'm just old and stubborn. But if you pay attention to the first word in that phrase of old and stubborn, I'm old. What's the question, King Craigo? Word up. But how y'all feel about Mayor? How y'all feel about Mayor Adams? I don't trust him. And I think he's the reason why certain things are going on behind the scenes that it just didn't come out yet. That's just my opinion. No such thing as a bad opinion. I'm not pushing at nobody and taking no shots. I don't trust his eyes. See, people tease me about my eye, but this eye right here can spot a snake. I can spot your actions with this fucked up eye. Word up. Because certain things, at first the only reason why I voted for Barack Obama, I don't know about y'all, the only reason why I voted for Barack Obama because he was black. You heard me say it. Go ahead and judge me. Go ahead and judge me. I voted for Barack Obama because I wanted my son to see a black president. I wanted my son to see something in his eyes that he could be because of his color. Because, you know, they told us and they told him and they told our fathers and they told our grandfathers and such because of our skin color, certain accomplishments we would never be deemed to accomplish. I'm guilty. I wanted my son to see a black president. I'm going to keep it funky with y'all. I wanted to see a motherfucking black president also. I didn't even think about doing the history on what I helped vote into office. We went through some motherfucking tough times. See, they tricked us and gave us Obamacare, but people fail to realize the only time it's going to have your name on it is if you're president. Now it's Biden's care. Y'all ain't know a lot of that shit was a snapback, but we ain't going to get into that because this ain't about the political debate. We could do that sometimes too, but this ain't about that. You see what E said? A lot of people are moving out of New York City. And one of the reasons why a lot of people are moving out of the city, they're moving right over the water. They're going to Jersey, and that's because of the gun laws. In Jersey, they letting you carry guns now. In New York, they still making you go through these outlandish motherfucking background checks, and they're still denying people that I feel as though should be allowed to carry firearms. If you're a security guard, you should be allowed to carry a firearm. If you're a school teacher, you should be allowed to carry a firearm. If you're a fireman, you should be allowed to carry a firearm. If you're a teacher, you should be allowed to carry a firearm. If you own an establishment, you should be allowed to carry a firearm. If you're a cab driver, you should be allowed to carry a firearm. If you're a bus driver, you should be allowed to carry a firearm. If you work for transit, look at all these situations that are going on in the transit system in NTA that has been going on since I was a child. It was times when, back in the days, people were terrified to be in that last train on Utica Avenue on Friday and Saturday night because of the high volume of crime. Think about it. If conductors, because pay attention to this, they have transit police that are given firearms. Transit police carry firearms. They can bust their gun too. And they make arrests, just like the housing police carry firearms, and they can make their arrests because they are in conjunction with the New York Police Department. So if you work for transit and you have to be accessible to so many people that can be disguised with mental illness, depression, going through anger, terrorism inflicted thoughts in their mind, you should be able to protect yourself and the people around you. Am I making any sense? And last but not least, I think if you are a reverend, if you are a priest, if you work in a church, I think that you should be automatically deemed the right to carry firearms. If you're a basketball coach, I think you should be deemed right to carry firearms, because I've seen basketball games over. If you're a referee, I think you should be deemed in New York City to carry a firearm, because there are some people that is their part-time job. They are referees on the weekend. And if you called the wrong call, y'all know what happened in the hood. If you call the wrong call, shit, niggas get kidnapped over the wrong call. But check this out with the mayor. What I don't trust about the mayor is he took a whole week for us to hear this. Listen to this now. Pay attention now. Remember when I first did the first one about the dude with the guns in his yard? Pay attention to what the mayor's saying, y'all. And look at his eyes.
Taking questions from reporters today about the FBI's raid last week at his chief fundraiser's home.
Federal investigators looking into whether the mayor's campaign received illegal foreign donations. Fox Antoine Lewis joins us live in studio with what the mayor had to say today. Antoine.
A lot of tough questions, Stephen. Natasha, good evening. The mayor was direct, insistent that no one on his staff broke any rules. He also gave more insight into why he returned to New York last week so abruptly.
She outraised every other fundraiser that was in the race. She worked hard. She learned.
Mayor Eric Adams on his top fundraiser, Breonna Suggs. Last week, FBI agents raided the home of Suggs. According to the search warrant, the FBI is investigating whether the Adams 2021 mayoral campaign conspired with the KSK Construction Company of Brooklyn to funnel foreign money into the campaign by way of a straw donor scheme. And while agents left with several boxes, the mayor, confident and insistent that no wrongdoing has occurred, by way of a directive that's been in place since before day one.
And what I stated, we must always follow the rules, because we knew that our campaign will always be scrutinized. And so we wanted to make sure we were above reproach.
Adams was in the nation's capital as part of a coalition of U.S. mayors to meet with White House officials about the migrant crisis when notified of the raid. He says his decision to skip the meeting and return to New York was twofold.
There was a professional part of maintaining.
Now, if you pay attention to what he said, his rebuttal was something kind of to think about. He said he made sure that everybody that was in his team was trained to do nothing but the correct things because of the scrutiny that they would be under anyway. Straight up, what he's saying is because he's black, they are going to be trying to find any and everything against him to get him out of that mayoral candidacy, to get him out that seat. If you notice, he's engulfed with a lot of other black legislators and congressmen and women. So we're going to have to see what's going on with him before we prosecute him.
My staff and my city. But I think sometimes we miss the fact that there's a human part to life. As a human being, I was concerned about a young 25-year-old staffer that went through a traumatic experience.
Suggs has been with Adams since 2017 when he was Brooklyn Borough president. According to the New York Times, she was issued a subpoena to testify in front of a federal grand jury. Team Adams says they are cooperating fully.
And I think, as you know, there have been no accusations of wrongdoing that we are aware of.
I would be shocked if someone states that our campaign coordinated.
No accusations. Listen clearly. No accusations of wrongdoing yet. Did y'all hear that? This is not the state that they're going against. This is the feds that they're going against. The feds' conviction rate, y'all already know the numbers when it comes to the conviction rate of the feds, number one. Number two, the feds have not disclosed all evidence, if they have any evidence, against that whole campaign. The only thing that the feds are paying attention to is the KDC company in Brooklyn, New York, because of funneling money through foreign countries and illegal transactions. That's the ignition. That's the ignition that the Federal Bureau of Investigation had all probable cause to go into the depth to see what's going on with her. Pay attention. 25 years old, and like he just stipulated, she is the outraised everyone pertaining to money. Money. Pay attention to this. When you got money coming to you, you got donators from all over. Shout out to E. Shout out to King Crego. You could have everybody in here giving a private donation that is written off as a tax deduction because you're giving it to the mayor. And this is in contribution to helping him and his staff. Imagine how many illegal substances or illegal entities that may be funneling illegal wrongdoing through their companies says, hey, I want to be on the motherfucking good list with the motherfucking mayor. It's just like with the president when there's people coming in saying they want to go to the president's ball. Just like when they have fundraisers for the mayor. Pay attention to this. When they having these fundraisers, they come usually with a dinner and entertainment. A lot of time, these fundraising events are $50,000 plus a head. Pay attention. The average person does not have $50,000 for an evening. This is why they're under so much scrutiny. Let them continue.
And illegal behavior. I cannot tell you how much I start today with telling my team, we gotta follow the law. Gotta follow the law.
Mayor Adams says he has retained an outside law firm, and in regards to campaign donations, the mayor says the team routinely declines those from any potential donor once they sense any.
You pay attention to what he just said? Are y'all listening to what he's saying? I'm going to give it to you again. Pay attention to what he said.
I cannot tell you how much I start today with telling my team,
listen,
we gotta follow the law.
Gotta follow the law.
Mayor Adams says he has retained an outside law firm, and in regards to campaign donations, the mayor says the team routinely declines those from any potential donor once they sense any potential.
Pay attention to what he said now. He has went and obtained his own personal legal counsel. What that sound like to y'all? What did he say? He said, I woke up this morning making sure that I told my whole team that we have to follow the law. What I'm hearing him say, I don't know if y'all hearing him say it, what he's saying is, if you motherfuckers broke some law, y'all going to jail by your motherfucking self. And what he's also saying publicly and advocating through his actions, he went and acquired counsel for himself. For a lot of you people that don't know what counsel is, that nigga lawyered up. He lawyered up. Up the Score said he lawyered up. You heard what he keeps saying? He keeps overemphasizing the fact, yo, I'm telling you motherfuckers, if you niggas did something illegal, you niggas is going to fucking jail. Pay attention to what they said to the young lady. They said he went to support her. It took him a week to say this? It took him a week to say this? What did they do to that young lady when she was in there going through that questioning? He said he came to support a young woman that went through a horrific ordeal, meaning that motherfucker was interrogated by the FBI, and trust me, they wasn't in there talking about, do you want to go to White Castles and get some cheeseburgers? They was in there talking about, bitch, where this money come from? Where that bread come from? They asking her all night, all type of angles, the same question 40 different ways. So you mean to tell me you're getting the most money? You mean to tell me you're the best person? So you mean to tell me they're giving you all the money? Let me say, why? Why is everybody giving you these large donations? Why is everybody contributing to you, young lady, how come there have been people that have been high donated and contribution people and consultants that's been in the game longer than you? How come they can't achieve the goals of contributions that you are achieving, and you from Brooklyn? And you from Brooklyn? So, you know, once the feds get involved, they investigate everybody on the mother and the father side. Your brother, your cousin, your cousin's friends, your grandfather friends, your uncle friends, your aunt friends, your mama's friends, where everybody hang out, where everybody work. What are their lifestyles? How have they maintained life for the last 10 years? The feds different, y'all. The feds is different. That's not the state that's fucking with them. That's the feds. And if you pay attention to what he said, I woke up just this morning. He sounded like Martin Luther King when he said he had the dream speech. I have a dream today that black men and white men, Jews and Gentiles. He sounded like Martin Luther King just now with them shades on. The nigga covered his eyes. He didn't even want you to see his eyes. Number one, he's scared to death. I am the breakdown king. That nigga scared to death. He said, I woke up this morning. He's letting everybody that hear him. He's letting every news reporter that come near him. He's letting everybody in Congress. You don't see how them people up there with their heads down like this nigga's about to tell. Shit, we fucked up. We allowed the wrong one in. This nigga's about to tell. This nigga's about to tell. This nigga's about to tell. He telling. He telling, he telling, he telling. He telling, he telling. He telling. They know he telling. They know he telling. Because he told them from day one, probably when they had that motherfucking meeting that night when he became mayor, you niggas do some illegal shit, y'all niggas going to jail because I'm not doing no illegal shit. And number one, he went and hired a legal counsel. That's not one person. Do y'all know what legal representation is? Legal representation is a lawyer, a legal aid, or a paid lawyer. Legal representation, somebody that will stand there with you and be like, help you advocate the law, break it down to the simplest form where you can overstand it. But check this out. When somebody go get a legal counsel is just like Ben Matlock. See, when you got a legal counsel, these motherfuckers got niggas that's going to do deep private investigating. A legal counsel means it's a group of people that's working on one particular case. That means this shit is dangerous and somebody can go to jail for the rest of their motherfucking life. If not the rest of your life, a substantial amount of time. And the part with the feds is you're going to have to pay some motherfucking money when it comes to money laundering, when it comes to tax evasion. See, people think it's only drugs. Tax evasion, white collars, nothing to do with motherfucking addicting anybody. Tax evasion, making money without saying you acquired that money. It's not a game. It's not a game. I'm dropping a link before I get out of here for some grown-ups. If grown-ups want to pull up, y'all can pull up. I'm not doing the kids. Grown-ups. If grown-ups want to pull up and talk about what I'm saying, we can talk. Come up here and talk to me. How y'all feel about the mayor? How y'all feel about the guy that was high with the felon motherfucking records talking about niggas threw guns in his yard? But ironically, the person that was shot in the leg was of Caucasian descent. Come on, Chase. They told me I got to start working on my shorts and my uploads. I got so many ideas, Chase. I got to talk to you on the phone. I can't even talk up here, man. I got some great ideas, man. I got some great ideas, and I'm going to get to this work. We're going to get to, my mind, I've been filling my mind with content and interesting topics that we're going to talk about. I am barricading my brain with interesting subjects of matter to talk to y'all about. I'm barricading my brain with things that are bothering me from all aspects, not including anything pertaining to YouTube that we can talk about, because these things affect us also. Look at that. I just did a show other night about quote unquote, what do you do in a situation? If you're walking with your woman and then something happened instantaneously, if you defend her, you're good. But if you go home and get a gun and come back to defend her, this is when you're going to get charged. Just like the young man that's sitting up now that was just facing 25 years of life because of a man that tried to go into a stall with his young daughter. When he waited for them to wait for the police to arrest him, the police didn't arrest him. They let him go. The man then, pay attention, went and swung on him. He didn't stop there. He beat him profusely and stomped him. People fail to realize when you are on the ground, your head is on concrete. It's nowhere to go. He killed him, and the man was arrested. And at the beginning, the district attorney was trying to give him 25 years, but he just let him cop out to 8 years. Involuntary manslaughter. Pay attention to the things that we got to start programming our minds about. If your woman comes in the house and says somebody disrespected her, do you get your gun and go kill him? Or do you call the police? Or do you let her call the police because she is the one that was attacked and she is the one that can distinctively describe what's going on in her life? Because our women are not supposed to be in the street. They're civilians, right? Don't our women have the right to call the police if something go wrong? And because they're our women, we're not supporting our women because they're calling us police. We're supporting our women because that's our duty. Because our women are doing better jobs in keeping us in the street. Now that man is in jail, hit with an 8.5-year term, eligible for parole for 2.5, 3 years. But for 2.5, 3 years, he is sitting in jail right now. Listen to this question, fellas. When you hurt the nigga for doing something to your woman, when you hurt the nigga for doing something to your son, when you hurt the nigga for doing something to your daughter and you go to jail, for the time that they give you in jail, who's out here to protect your fucking family then, fellas? But I can tell you what you can do. We can start following the fucking law. We can start encouraging our children. It's so fucked up now. We got our kids saying y'all shouldn't snitch. Are you stupid? Are you fucking stupid? That's what fucked me up. My mother telling me you shouldn't tattletale. A lot of us was fucked up because we was raised, don't tell when somebody's doing something to you. Don't tell the teacher when people are abusing you. Don't tell the teacher when people are jumping you. Don't tell the teacher when people are robbing you. Listen to the shit I went through. But they keep beating me up. They bullying me. Don't tell the teacher. Just go through it and come home and tell us. Fuck you mean don't tell the teacher. So now you're going to school. You're creating a fear when the child is supposed to be trying to go to school for education. So now you're making a child think of things and ways to protect itself. Like my father told me, get you 2 D batteries, double wrap them in some fucking socks, and wrap them shits in your arm, boy. And somebody run up on you, drop them double Ds and start banging them in their motherfucking face and their hand and their throat and get away from them. See, these are the things, because of the neighborhood that I was raised in, I had to go through. You can't keep coming home saying somebody bothering you. Your mother going to tell you, don't worry about it. She's going to go up to the school and talk to the principal, and you're going to be deemed as what? A tattletale, in the eyes as a snitch. And then what? You're going to be terrorized by the whole child school. But think about this. You got a father that's telling you got to fight. You got a father arguing with your mother talking about stop telling him that dumb shit. We're telling our children not to tell the police to do their job. So what the fuck are we letting them take our money from out of our taxes? So if the police are getting paid taking money out of our fucking taxes, why aren't we letting them do their fucking jobs? Y'all niggas better shake that motherfucking street shit out your motherfucking heart. I'm telling you, it's nothing wrong with being street aware. There's nothing wrong with being aware of your surroundings and knowing how to adapt to any situation or environment, but it's things that we got to learn how to adapt to. We got to start learning how to adapt to be adults. A lot of you motherfuckers 40, 50, 60 years old still think you 17, 18, 19, and 20. You're caught up in your second childhood, like Nas said. It's time to be an adult. A lot of us are grandparents. A lot of us are grandparents. Y'all know what that word means? Grandparents. That means we parented and then they have parented. Grandparents. Do they understand? See, me, I act like an adult. And that's how I'm going to continue to act like an adult. So all the motherfucking children, the people caught up in their second childhood, devil be gone. Serpents, be gone. Be gone. Be gone. I rebuke you in the name of God. Because when I am blessed to have grandchildren, I'm not going to be telling my grandson to go get a gun and kill nobody. I'm not going to be telling my granddaughter to go find a man that's a drug dealer or a gangster to spend the rest of her life with. I'm not going to do that to mine. Now, I don't know what y'all gonna do to y'all's, but I'm not doing that shit to mines. See, me, I'm working for my lineage and my legacy to be corrected. I'm trying to really break the curse. And it's gonna start with me. So shout out to all the real people that want the real rights to be right. And shout out to all the people that like popping up with all this great content. You know I'm going live tonight. You are now rocking with the motherfucking best. And I'm going to end it with the motherfucking intro of the year. Shout out to Artist Morrison. Let's go.
Another day alive, another day free. Why would I wake up trying to be somebody other than me? Knowledge, wisdom, understanding. Man, woman, and children. Sun, moon, and stars. Everything that exists has to coexist within. Like I said, another day alive, another day free. Why would I wake up trying to be somebody other than me?
With the great love and with that Friday love with the Cash App asking for today. I am really, really feeling right. I am going to have a crazy Friday night set tonight, y'all. I couldn't even get out of here. I had to come back and tell y'all that. Shout out to Chase Milano. He's home. And then he said he decided to move in. See, we gave him a spare room. Chase Milano said he going to build onto the house and just do what he got to do. And we ain't going to fuck with him. You dig what I'm saying? We got Queen Crego in the building. We got King Crego in the building. Shout out to all y'all. I'm 32 strong when it comes to members. 32 strong. It's only $2. To the ones that went higher than that, it doesn't make no difference of what it is. We still family, y'all. We are still family. You dig what I'm saying? I can't get mad at y'all. I can't get mad at y'all. The Cash App is going across the bottom. The Cash App is on the motherfucking screen. The Cash App is at the top. Tonight we're going to do the Friday night sip. I don't even know what I'm drinking tonight. I might mess with the Coco Loso. I might go with the Coco Loso tonight. I might go with the coconut Ciroc and the pineapple tonight. I think that's what we're doing. D&W Shot said, from now on, instead of talking about what he doing, talk to the man in the mirror. Like I said, I appreciate all of y'all for coming through. Never forget where y'all got that work from. If you're in the streets, one last video I'm going to give you. If you're in the streets, never do this.
You can't play both sides, you niggas gotta choose. Niggas out here being tough until they make the news. Mama said her son ain't hurt nobody. The streets said her son was catching plenty bodies. If you accept these charges, then please hold. In every hood, there was a nigga that was tough, but he still told. Like, what I gotta do to make you niggas rhyme? Like, I'm ready to kill when it come to mine. I'm cautious, I'm dealing with more sticks than a porcupine. Quill spines, whatever you wanna call them. Yeah, plus my little mama, she a trap queen. Doggy, when she mixed with that Fetty, give him a wop lean. It was a whole lot of cars when there was stimmies round. We going over a year and half you niggas down. All these expensive clothes, like was that smart? Now they uploading their clothes on the Poshmark. Switch, baby, careful with this. I mean, it's bitch sharp. One across, one down the middle, look like a chrome heart. Damn, I'm always outside. I'm like, high from who? Bout to put your car on skates. You think you slide through? I help build my niggas. This ain't Legos. Protect the fan by any means. I be Diego. Yeah, tiger to you niggas. I'm an animal. It's a jungle where I'm from. What y'all wanna do? You can't play both sides. You niggas gotta choose.
Gotta say this too, man. And I gotta really say this, man, because I've been holding this shit back. Like, for real. We all up in here family, right? When it come to Craig, I ain't gonna say that King Craigo shit. That's what y'all call him. When it come to Craig, that's my fucking brother. That's my little brother, them. His brother Juan is my brother. Rest in peace to Scooby, man. Flanold Coleman. This ain't no YouTube shit, y'all. So I'm saying this to everybody in here. I don't want to get into certain things because that's not what I'm doing. I just want people to understand this. If you see Queen Craigo anywhere, respect that name, man. If y'all see Queen Craigo in here, respect that name, man. Don't even work. People, first of all, I talk about this a lot. People got to really start worrying about what's going on in their life and paying attention to certain things. But I'm telling y'all something on some real shit. Craig, my brother, y'all. So you know if he tell me to go, I'm going, y'all. Y'all don't know. He be trying to tell me to calm down a lot. But you know if he called me and tell me, yo, Dice, go. I'm gone, y'all. You know what I'm saying? Once I jump off the bridge, y'all, I'm not the one to stop in midair and go back to the top of the bridge. I like that splash of the water. So I'm going to say this to everybody in here. I love everybody. But when it come to Queen Craigo and King Craigo, that's my sister now. So now, see, you know, Craigo, that's my brother. So that got to be my sister, y'all. This to anybody that be watching in the bushes. Leave her alone, y'all. When people come to support y'all, for whatever reason they want to support y'all, let that be known. You dig what I'm saying? People are not obligated to do anything. But when you start fucking with people, real lifestyles and they real movements, you know what I'm saying? It's real people connected to people, man. I'm telling y'all, like, that's why I be having to catch myself sometimes because the people that's connected to me. But I'm letting y'all know I'm connected to Craig. I'm just going to let that be known. and I'm connected to everything with him. I'm just going to let that be known. But make sure y'all pull up tonight, man, for that Friday night sip, man. Let's get our minds together and start thinking right, y'all. Salute.
You can't play both sides, you niggas gotta choose. Niggas out here being tough until they make the news. Mama said her son ain't hurt nobody. The streets said her son was catching plenty bodies. If you accept these charges, then please hold. In every hood, it was a nigga that was tough, but he still told. Like, what I gotta do to make you niggas rhyme? Like, I'm ready to kill when it kind of minds I'm cautious. I'm dealing with more sticks than a porcupine. Quill spines, whatever you wanna call them. Yeah, plus my little mama, she a trap queen. Doggy, when she mixed with that Fetty, give him a wop lean. It was a whole lot of cars when there was stimmies round. We going over a year and half you niggas down. All these expensive clothes like was that smart? Now they uploading their clothes on the Poshmark. Switch, baby, careful with this. I mean, this bitch sharp. One across, one down the middle, look like a chrome heart. Damn, I'm always outside. I'm like, high from who? Bout to put your car on skates. You think you slide through? I help build my niggas. This ain't Legos. Protect the fan by any means. I be Diego. Yeah, tiger to you niggas. I'm an animal. It's a jungle where I'm from. What y'all wanna do? You can't play both sides. You niggas gotta choose. Niggas out here being tough until they make the news. Mama said her son ain't hurt nobody. The streets said her son was catching plenty bodies. If you accept these charges, then please hold. In every hood, it was a nigga that was tough, but he still told.